how is the perception of police in public? Like, you come from a police family, so obviously your perception would be a little different. But among common man, the perception of police, how is it? Like, is it positive? Is it negative? Is it neutral? How do you see it?
How our internal security paradigm has changed after 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks?
What kind of security challenges these densely populated locations pose?
May I come in, sir?
Please come in.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Please take your seat. Ajit,
Yes, sir.
are you comfortable?
Yes, sir.
Ajit, you want this interaction in English?
Yes, sir.
Please introduce yourself.
Sir, my name is Ajit Ramchandra Hande. I belong to Solapur district of Maharashtra, from where I did my schooling from Dayanand Kashinatha Seva Prashala, Solapur. Later on, I did my BTech from College of Engineering, Pune in civil engineering. And considering my hobbies, I like to watch spy web series and movies. And this is my second attempt with first interview.
Okay, and what makes you interested in CAPF?
Sir, my father is in police department of Maharashtra. And that's why I have always been quite interested.
Ajit, tell me, how is the perception of police in public? Like, you come from a police family, so obviously your perception would be a little different. But among common man, the perception of police, how is it? Like, is it positive? Is it negative? Is it neutral? How do you see it?
I think the perception, the public perception overall is quite supporting, and but in instances where some malpractices come to the media glare, temporarily the public is quite critical of police department.
Okay, and what is the difference between state police and CAPFs? Because we know that law and order, which is the prime responsibility of police, that's a state subject.
Yes, sir. CAPF and state police do differ in their approach and duties. Police department is responsible for law and order in the state, while CAPF is quite majorly responsible for border issues and internal security issues.
Okay, and sometimes we also see that whenever there is a situation where the state police is not able to handle the things at their level, so central forces assistance is required. Okay, can you cite few instances where this has been done in the case of, say, Maharashtra?
In case of Maharashtra, election duties, the CAPF force help is required because of overburdening of police department. And in instances like Bhima Koregaon and other few, if there is a riot situation, CAPF force is
Right,
required.
and which is that force? Like, that's also a specialized force.
CRPF,
RAF, Rapid Action Force.
Rapid Action Force for riot
Right.
controlling.
And what is Cobra?
Cobra is commando battalion for
Resolute Action.
resolute action. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, there's also a force which is called Greyhounds.
Yes, sir.
To which state it belongs and what is its primary role?
Greyhounds is a anti-Naxal force of Andhra Pradesh department, which focuses on specialized anti-Naxal department, focusing on intelligence gathering.
Okay. And it is of which state?
Andhra Pradesh.
Andhra Pradesh, correct. And one IPS officer is associated with its formation. Can you name him?
Vyas, sir.
Yes, right. My final question to you for now, Ajit. You like watching spy movies.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we all know James Bond.
Yes.
So what does 007 mean?
007 is the number by which he is recognized in
He is recognized with that number, but that stands for something.
Sorry, sir, I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
Ajit,
Yes, sir.
Solapur is known for its textile mills, right?
Yes, sir.
How it was originated? I mean, we all know that some initial mills were set up in Bombay, in Ahmedabad, but how it came to Solapur?
Sir, Solapur, as we know, is adjoining to Andhra Pradesh state border, and when Andhra Pradesh was experiencing famine issues, drought issues, with the support of Madhavrao Peshwa, some families who were involved in weaving were migrated into Solapur region, and where they
Mhm.
established their industry, viewing industry.
Right. You are aspiring to be a CAPF personnel, right? Recently, the National Security Advisor, he has advised about making a single force, right? Not different kind of CAPF. So, how do you see it?
Yes, sir. I think that is an idea whose time has come, as we have already trying to establish it in the armed forces, and CAPF is quite, as the NSA, respected NSA said, quite coherence in its action, similarities in action in equipments that we use. But CAPF, as the 2001, in 2001, it was decided that each border should be protected by a specific force. I think that should be kept in mind, that each border has its specific requisite to be fulfilled.
So, from 2001 to 2024, what are some special kind of challenges that you can perceive?
With respect to, sir?
2001 was a different era.
Yes.
2024 is a different era. What are some emerging challenges that have emerged in these 20-25 years?
The internal security challenge, as far as is concerned, it has vastly changed, because in 2001 the challenge was limited to inland use of weapons system, if we consider. But in 2024, the introduction of AI and cyber crimes has changed the scenario of internal security.
How our internal security paradigm has changed after 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks?
26/11 was a big blow to Indian internal security. After that, we have been upgrading our national security paradigm in the sense that energy hubs were established in most of the metro cities, and NatGrid as well as NI was established for anti-terrorist activities.
Right. Have you seen the spy web series, The Family Man?
Yes, sir.
Right. So there was a dilemma with the main protagonist, that which one to choose, the professional commitment or his commitment with the family. So given the case, what will be your choice, or how will you make sure that both is balanced?
I think balancing both, that is the professional and professional life as well as private life, is quite important. But considering the responsibility as a armed force personnel has, I think I will prefer more on national security issues, because that is the need of the hour. And if we have to exist as an Indian, one must sacrifice one's needs.
Thank you, Ajit.
Ajit, your father is working in the police system. Can you tell us what is the difference between a commissionerate system and the normal system of policing, where DM and SP function together?
Yes, sir. Commissionerate system and SP system differs quite in sense that commissioner has a power of magisterial power, so that he can issue section 144 CRPC in order to control riot in fast manner, as well as his power to give licenses to arms. All this with the aim that quick action should be taken.
Quick action can be taken.
Yes, sir.
If this system is so efficient, then why are we continuing this dual system of administration? Why cannot we shift completely to the commissionerate system?
Sir, yes, as you have said, SP is responsible for a entire district, and commissioner is for town area primarily, and both these regions have their different demands with respect to law and order, as there is a high population density in the commissionerate system, and district is not that much population dense.
Okay. What is the distinction that Dharavi has? It is known for what?
It is a slum in Maharashtra.
I assume that it is not a very positive distinction given to Dharavi?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Recently, a redevelopment project of Dharavi is in news. Which company is associated with this redevelopment project?
Sorry, sir, I am not aware.
Okay. Do you think that this redevelopment of Dharavi and giving accommodation to its existing population will solve this problem of slums?
Yes, sir. Slum redevelopment program is must be taken on forefront, as in our cities slums are widening, putting pressure on urban infrastructure, and the recent initiative of some slum redevelopment where the already occupants are to be given other accommodation. I think that should be done because they have a right to
No,
live.
that is absolutely getting done. My question is this going to solve this problem? Okay, tell me, what are the reasons that slum development takes place? Why slums are coming into existence?
Due to large scale migration from rural areas to
Precisely.
urban areas, yes.
So do you think that this one-time development of Dharavi is going to solve this problem? Because maybe we are not providing a sustainable solution to this problem of migration.
Yes, sir. That can be a temporary solution to the problem, but in large term, we have to focus on rural development so that employment and other facilities, basic facilities, are given to people in rural areas itself, so that they do not migrate to the urban areas.
Okay. What kind of security challenges these densely populated locations pose?
As they are quite dense in population, the various challenges like theft, then
So like basic law and order situations are there. Apart from it?
there is high precedence that they engage in drug trafficking as well.
That is
and
also a case.
human trafficking.
Currently, so this is my last question to you. These days we are listening a lot of news regarding the fire incidents happening in the public localities and especially the urban localities. Do you think that slums are also prone to these kind of hazards?
Yes, sir. Slums are, I think, most prone to the hazards, as there is no social audit, there is no safety audit, no fire audit, and if fire incident happens, there is no time there is less time to tackle the situation, and it spreads very fast.
Okay, thank you.
Ajit, tell me, what do you understand by President's rule, and under what situation it is applied to a state?
President's rule is applied in a state when the state machinery fails to complete its constitutional mandate under Article 356.
Okay, which are the articles associated with the President's rule? One you said is Article 356. Which others?
I'm not exactly able to
Which are
recall.
directly connected with President's rule?
I think Article 365.
365 is there. Yes, one more is there.
Sorry.
What
sir.
about Article 355? What does it say?
Sorry, sir. I'm not
Okay,
able to recall.
no problem. Recently, there has been a case where the governor of a state, there have been some allegations leveled on him, and he has cited a particular article of the Constitution saying that he enjoys immunity from the like criminal action against him, right? So, what is that immunity, and under which article?
The article exact I am not able to recall, but the immunity is that the president as well as the governor of a state in his duty time, in his position as the constitutional office, is protected from criminal offences as
Okay,
well
and
as
what
civil
about civil
offences.
offences? Like suppose they do a civil offence, then?
In case of civil offences, a notice of 3 months has to be given to the governor. Then action can be.
Are you sure about this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Recently, we are seeing that there's a conflict situation in the West Asia, where Israel and Hamas, they are locked in a conflict, right? The International Court of Justice has also called for cessation of hostilities, but
Yes.
it seems that the conflict is just going on and on. What is India's stand on this?
As far as the Israel Hamas war is considered, India has always been clear on its stand that two-state solution should be provided, and as an immediate action, ceasefire along with humanitarian aid to the affected should be given.
Okay, and India also did an operation to evacuate its citizens from Israel. What was the name of that operation?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware.
Okay. My final question to you. Let's suppose that you are commanding a battalion, okay, in a Naxal infested area, and now you are preparing for a major operation, okay, and you need all the troops for that operation which are under your command. Now, just few days before that operation, one of your subordinate comes to you and tells you that there's some family emergency and he has to go, like he is requesting leave. Now, you know that the presence of all the members of your true battalion is needed for the success of that operation, but you also realize that this person has very genuine reasons for asking for a leave. What will you do?
Sir, I will take into mind that if the person is replaceable, because as we have seen in recent years, fratricide and suicides are in the personnel as well as resignation are on the rise. Hence, genuine concerns of the personnel must be taken into account. And considering the important operation that we have to undertake, if possible, then I will convince him, putting in point before him the importance of the operation and how his presence will boost the force personnel.
Okay, so you will allow him or not?
I will
Ultimately, decision has to be taken by you, not him.
Yes, sir. If the demand, his reason is genuine, then I will certainly allow him.
Okay. Okay, Ajit, your interview is over. You can go now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Madam, sir.
Please come in. Please take your seat. Ajit, this is your which attempt and which interview?
Second attempt, first interview.
Second attempt and first interview. You need to speak a little bit louder, okay?
Okay.
How was your experience?
It was quite good.
Okay. Any areas which you felt that you could have done better?
I think I was not aware of the exact articles, and
Okay. Anything else?
as you said, I have to speak louder.
So you are still not speaking loudly enough.
Okay, sir.
Point is, Ajit, here you are sitting across us at some distance, but there you will be sitting nearer. But still, see, voice level is not just about speaking. It is also about making yourself clearly audible to the board members who will be like of much higher age than us. And you need to take the onus of making sure that you are heard clearly by them. Okay. And the other thing that increased voice level will do, it will show your energy level, right? So you are very cool, calm, composed, which is fine, but you are going for uniform services. There's some energy level is required, right? So it is the onus is on you to speak little bit louder. तो सबसे पहला सजेशन है कि आप थोड़ा ऊंचा बोलेंगे, ठीक है? चिल्लाना नहीं है, लेकिन ऊंचा बोलना है.
Yes, sir.
अभी भी धीरे है, ठीक है?
Yes,
तो,
sir.
हाँ, yes, उस लेवल पे आप बोलिए. We found you to be a very good candidate, Ajit, and most of the things are very well in place, right? Your interview is on 6th, so you have few days to go.
Yes, sir.
Right. The only other suggestion is that you have to increase your voice level. The next thing is sometimes you may not know the exact answer. Okay? For example, which happened with you in case of certain articles. So it is all right to admit honestly that you don't know. That article is Article 361 for the President and Governor, right? But what you did, which was a mistake, was that you said that 3 months notice is to be given. It is 2 months notice, right? Please look it up. So make sure that wherever you are not sure, no, don't give wrong information, because it doesn't add to your overall interview experience. It will actually lower your impression. Okay, so wherever you are not sure, you can always admit ki, sir, I am not very sure about this, but if you allow, then I can attempt. Okay, so if they allow, then even if you go wrong, then it doesn't go against you, right? But without asking, if you make a guess and it is wrong, so it raises a question about your integrity.
Sir, can I in the first place say that I am not able to recall, but I think it is 361?
No, you should say like, sorry sir, I am unable to recall at this moment. I had read about it, but if you permit me, then I can attempt. Okay. So because when you say it that, okay sir, I am not sure, but maybe this is it, So it is like you are taking a guess, no, you are not asking them for a permission.
Okay.
So that is not good. Okay. So if you have to say it like this, that sorry sir, I am unable to recall at this moment, but if you allow me, then I can attempt. So if they allow, then only you go for it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And that too only in areas where you feel that you know 70-80%. Okay. In other areas, factual question, you can just say sorry sir, I'll look into it, I am unable to recall. ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
तो ऐसे करना है आपको. बाकी जनरली इवन सिचुएशनल भी आपने ठीक से हैंडल किया. उसमें आपने ये भी बताया कि देयर हैव बीन सम इंसिडेंट्स वेयर fratricidal killings have taken place. So you will take care of the mental health of your troops. That is also your responsibility.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you need your troops fully, but you also need them in a good mental state, right, to be able to successfully accomplish the operation. So if you take that stand, I think it's perfectly fine. Okay. So in such questions, it is how you reason it out that is more important, right, rather than a yes or no answer.
Yes, sir.
So what you have to do, Ajit, basically read about CAPF. Okay. Complete that, and foundation, where they are posted, what is their purpose. So basic reading of that. Then the current affairs, national and international, and also your state, especially Solapur you come from. So why Solapur is famous, what are the unique things about Solapur, because if any member is from that area or knowledgeable about that area, you can expect questions from there. Okay. So do that. I'm sure it will go very well. And because you have a typical hobby, watching spy movies and web series, so read about that also little
Yes,
bit,
sir.
right? For example, the Five Eyes intelligence network, it can be asked. About Mossad, you can be asked, right? That it is so highly regarded, but what happened, like how Hamas was able to breach the Israeli defenses, right, on October 7th. And lastly, about the James Bond question 007.
Yes, sir.
It is basically, it refers to license to kill. So James Bond has this license to kill. Okay. So we wish you all the very best. Get selected with a good rank. Okay. All the best.
Sir, I have in my DAF I have written hockey.
Hockey also.
But in my college, in order to complete my 40-hour GY, I did that. But I'm not quite aware of anything in hockey.
In hockey, but you have written in your DAF.
Yes, sir.
So maybe question can be asked, and this is not an answer you can give to the board, right? In your
Okay,
actual
yes, sir.
interview.
Yes.
So if they do ask you, like prepare a little bit about hockey, right?
Yes.
And especially the general knowledge part, right? That what has been India's accomplishment in hockey, what are the challenges that Indian hockey is facing, recent accomplishments, okay, and the past accomplishments, right? Why there is a gap, and how when the game shifted to the AstroTurf, how it impacted India, right? And because Indians relied more on skill, now it has become more of a power game. So what India has been doing, and then the comparison comes between cricket and
Yes, sir.
hockey, right? Whether cricket has killed hockey, or like the popularity of hockey has suffered because of cricket. So what is that? So take a balanced stand on that it is not just about cricket, but it is more about role models. It is about continuously winning big tournaments, right? So all of this is needed, and maybe hockey requires more infra than cricket, right, to be played at the local level. So that also is an important factor.
Yes.
So just read about this. So I think in this area, if you'll read, I think it will cover more or less. And if any typical question gets asked about which you don't know, so I don't know is a very good answer.
Okay.
Okay. So go with full confidence. Just try to judge whenever a question is asked. Take few seconds time, whether you know it or you don't know. If you know it, deliver the answer confidently. If you don't know, then admit it honestly.
Okay.
Okay, but it should not affect your confidence level. Okay. All the best.
Thank you, sir.